When it comes to your health, longevity, weight loss, and/or weight management, there are 3 things that are more important than anything else. And they are your fitness, your nutrition, and you guessed it, your sleep. Over 2/3 of Americans do not get 8 hours of sleep on a regular basis. And believe it or not, lack of sleep is becoming one of the greatest health challenges. Major diseases like cancer, heart disease, dementia, diabetes, and even obesity have links to poor sleep quality. Basically, short sleep means a shorter life. You'll see I mentioned sleep third because in the 3 pillars of health, fitness, nutrition, and sleep, sleep was the 3rd pillar. Research now shows that sleep is actually the foundation for where fitness and nutrition sit. And today I am going to talk about sleep with you guys. I have a whole video, I will link it up here, on 10 tips for a better night's sleep. But today I'm going to go over 4 things that I do not have on that video. These are recent changes that I have made, and I added each one slowly so I could see what was working. And with each addition, I got better and better sleep. So no, I won't be talking about how important it is to go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, although that is very important and it is worth mentioning. But all those basic, fundamental things when it comes to sleep, I won't be talking about today. I'm just going to be sharing the 4 things that I have added that have changed the sleep game for me. And maybe they'll change the sleep game for you. Welcome to Boom 50 Fitness. My name's Regan, and this is your channel for all things health and fitness in your 50s and beyond. Let's talk sleep. Okay, let's dive right in. So the first thing that I have added to my whole sleep routine is, well, I actually gave up the Calm, and I will link down below a video that I made. It was a while ago, but it was everything I drink in a day. And this was the very last thing that I would drink every night before bed. And this is Calm. And it is a magnesium supplement, and I'm pretty much out of it, but I just would do 1 little scoop in my night tea. And this is magnesium citrate. And then after one of my nutrition classes, I learned that it is magnesium glycinate that you want for a better night's sleep. So I've given up the magnesium citrate and I'm now doing the magnesium glycinate, and I take 1 of these in the morning, and then I also take 1 right after dinner. 1 capsule is 120 milligrams of magnesium. So in a day I get 240 milligrams of magnesium. Okay, real quick, the disclaimer, I am not a doctor. I am a student of nutrition, specifically health sciences and nutrition, which I am going to get a master's degree in, and my undergraduate is in exercise physiology. So before trying anything new, check with your doctor. I won't go into too much detail about magnesium, but it is an essential mineral, and it plays a role in nerve and muscle function, bone development, blood sugar control, and heart rhythm consistency. And the science and research shows that magnesium glycinate can help with sticking to a sleep schedule and improved quality of sleep. The RDA suggests for adults the amount of magnesium you should take in is 310 to 420 milligrams a day. And you may be getting a lot, well, you probably, if you're on a whole foods diet, you will be getting plenty of magnesium from the foods that you eat. But if you want to get greater sleep and greater sleep quality, you might want to try adding in some magnesium glycinate. And like I said earlier, I started adding things slowly so that I knew what was working and what was not working. This was the first thing I added, and I can tell you it is working. Research suggests that magnesium impacts certain chemicals in the brain. Some of those chemicals include GABA, melatonin, and cortisol. Most sleep experts will recommend magnesium glycinate because it's the easiest for the body to absorb, and it promotes calm, relaxation, and improved sleep. I will link the one down below that I use. This is by a company called Pure. I just buy this on Amazon. I'll link it down below, but this is an unsponsored video. Okay, since we're on the topic of supplements, let's do number 2 as a supplement. And this was actually what I added next after I started taking the magnesium glycinate. And that is Pure NMN, nicotinamide mononucleotide. I will link another video down below that I made just a couple weeks ago, and I called it my liquid longevity. And I go into much greater detail about the benefits of supplementing with NMN. And the reason I learned so much about NMN is because I had to do a research paper. I had to pick 5 different supplements that had a lot of hype surrounding them. And NMN is definitely one of the ones that I had heard about, and I had heard it can work on a cellular level. But until I took a deep dive into the science and research, I just really didn't know much about it. But now I do, and now I know this stuff really does work at a cellular level. But again, without going into too much detail, because you can check out that video if you want to learn more about NMN, but we're basically going to talk about how it's going to help with your sleep and your sleep quality. As we age, NAD levels decline. And what is NAD? Well, it is the abbreviation for a molecule called nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. That is a mouthful. And I just had to cut and recut that a whole bunch of times to get it right. Nicotinamide adenine nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. Got it. Okay, but more on NAD and NMN in that video that I linked down below. But let's talk about how it improves your sleep quality. Basically, it improves your sleep quality. But how? Well, research shows that good quality sleep dissipates with age. Time spent in REM sleep and deep sleep states declines as we get older. So NMN works by synchronizing your sleep-wake cycle. So this will lead to a more restful sleep. All right, that's enough about NMN. Check it out. This is the one from Do Not Age. I will link it down below. It is just the teeniest, tiniest little scooper. This is going to last me a very, very long time. Look how tiny that is. So this I add to that liquid longevity that I mentioned earlier. And yeah, it's giving me more energy during the day and a better night's sleep at night. Win-win. Number 3 is mouth taping. I did a whole video on this one too, so I will link it down below. Yes, if this is the first time you're hearing about it, you're thinking I am crazy. I thought so too when I watched videos on mouth taping, but I have got to say, probably out of everything, this has made the biggest difference. I think this mouth taping at night has taught me how to only breathe through my nose when I sleep. So I may be able to give this up at some point, but I'm sleeping so well with the mouth tape that I just don't know if I even want to try. I know you think I have officially jumped on the train to Crazy Town, but I am getting a great night's sleep on that train. So the idea of the mouth tape is to shift from mouth breathing to strictly nasal breathing. We should all try to get in the habit, even during the day, to only nasal breathe. Of course, there are going to be exceptions when you're talking, when you're eating, when you're exercising hard. But those other times of the day, you should try to strictly breathe through your nose. And here's why. The extra resistance of just breathing through your nose helps your lungs expand fully. The other thing that strictly nose breathing will do is it will moisturize that air that is going into your lungs. And mouth breathing can actually be somewhat damaging to the respiratory functions of your lungs. So nasal breathing should be your default breathing. And what about the gas that causes relaxation? Well, it's called nitric oxide, and it happens right there in the nasal passages. And this is so helpful for your brain and all the tissues in your body. All right, so let's talk about what happens if you are a mouth breather at night and how taping your mouth shut can really make a difference. You probably don't know if you are or not unless you have a partner that complains about you snoring. So if you consider yourself a restless sleeper, which I totally used to, then it may be because during REM sleep, your tongue gets so relaxed that it actually blocks your airway a little bit, and that causes you to wake up. And this causes hypoxia, which can lead to free radical stress. And that leads to increased cortisol, which can also lead to disruptions in your metabolism. So try this little hack. Some people will call it a biohack. I am not a biohacker, but I can tell you I am a firm believer in mouth taping at night. I'll link down below the mouth tape that I use. I just get this on Amazon. It's super cheap and so convenient. Number 4, sleeping with an eye mask. No, I have not been living under a rock, but for some reason, I just never thought I needed something like this until I was at my brother's house and I was sleeping in the guest bedroom, and they just did a big remodel and they didn't have window treatments on the windows. And so my nephew gave me an eye mask to sleep, and I had such a great night's sleep. So simple, so silly. Well, not really silly, but just such a simple little hack that really has made a difference. And now I just cannot sleep without the eye mask. So I did a little research on why you get a better night's sleep when wearing an eye mask. Well, it's just so simple. Eye masks provide total darkness, which can lead to improved sleep because you're not being bothered by external light. And without nighttime interruptions like light coming in your room, you are going to have an extended REM sleep. For most people, REM sleep accounts for about 25% of their sleep. So simple, yet so effective. I would so love to know if you have any tips or hacks for improved sleep and sleep quality. If you do, leave me a comment down below. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and that way you'll be the first to know when my next video drops. My name's Regan. This is Boom 50 Fitness, your new BFF. I'll see you next week. Night, night.